The Richest Man in the Citadel. Chapter 1. The man who desired crypto Pepe, a grease monkey in the Citadel, was thoroughly discouraged. Sitting on the low wall surrounding his property, he sadly gazed at his simple home and the open garage with a partially completed car inside. His wife frequently appeared at the open door, casting worried glances his way, reminding him that their food supply was running low. He should be working on the car, hammering and cutting, polishing and painting, and freshening up the wheel rims to prepare it for delivery and payment from his wealthy customer. However, his sturdy, muscular body remained seated on the wall, his slow mind patiently wrestling with a problem he couldn't solve. The hot, tropical sun, characteristic of the Euphrates Valley, beat down on him relentlessly. Sweat formed on his brow and trickled down to get lost in the hair on his chest. Beyond his home were the high terraced walls of King Miguel's palace and the painted tower of the Temple of Gains. His simple home and many others, some less neat and well-maintained, were in the shadow of such splendor. The Citadel was a mix of grandeur and squalor, dazzling wealth and extreme poverty, all crammed together without organization surrounding the city walls. Behind him, if he cared to look, the noisy cars of the wealthy pushed aside dirty Fiat tradesmen and barefoot beggars. Even the wealthy had to make way for the long lines of slave water carriers on King's business. Pepe was too engrossed in his problem to notice the bustling city around him. It was the unexpected sound of a familiar music that snapped him out of his thoughts. He turned to see the sensitive, smiling face of his best friend, DJ Pepe the musician. "May the gods bless you with great generosity, my good friend," began DJ Pepe with an elaborate salute. "However, it seems they have already been so generous that you don't need to work. I rejoice with you in your good fortune. Moreover, I would like to share it with you. Please, from your wallet, which must be full since you're not working in your shop, take out just 2 humble ether and lend them to me until after the nobleman's feast tonight. You won't miss them before they're returned." "If I had BTC or ETH," Pepe replied gloomily, "I couldn't lend them to anyone, not even to you, my best of friends, for they would be my fortune, my entire fortune. No one lends their entire fortune, not even to their best friend." "What?" exclaimed DJ Pepe in genuine surprise. "You don't have a single crypto in your wallet, yet you sit like a statue on a wall. Why not finish that car? How else can you provide for your hearty appetite? This isn't like you, my friend. Where's your boundless energy? Is something troubling you? Have the gods brought you difficulties?" "It must be a torment from the gods," Pepe agreed. "It started with a dream, a senseless dream, in which I thought I was wealthy. A handsome, heavy wallet filled with coins hung from my belt. I tossed Ethereum carelessly to beggars and bought finery for my wife and whatever I wanted for myself. With NFTs, I felt secure about the future and unafraid to spend my crypto. A wonderful feeling of contentment filled me. You wouldn't have recognized me as your hard-working friend. Nor would you have recognized my wife, her face free of wrinkles and shining with happiness, as if she was the smiling young woman I married." "A pleasant dream indeed," commented DJ Pepe, "but why should such pleasant feelings it evoked turn you into a glum statue on the wall?" "Why indeed? Because when I woke up and remembered my empty wallet, a rebellious feeling swept over me. Let's talk it over together, for, as sailors say, we're in the same boat. We went to the priests together as kids to learn wisdom. We shared each other's joys as young men. We've always been close friends as adults. We've been content as loyal subjects. We've been satisfied working long hours and spending our earnings freely. We've earned a lot of money over the years, but to experience the joys that come from wealth, we must dream about them. Bah! Are we nothing more than dumb sheep? We live in the wealthiest city in the world. Travelers say there's no city richer. There's an abundance of wealth around us, but we have none of it. After a lifetime of hard work, you, my best friend, have an empty wallet and ask me, can I borrow a small sum like 2 Ethereum until after the nobleman's feast tonight? So, what's my response? Do I say, here's my wallet, I'll gladly share its contents? No, I confess that my wallet is as empty as yours. What's the problem? Why can't we acquire crypto and NFTs? More than enough for food and clothing. Also, think about our sons," Pepe continued. "Aren't they following in our footsteps? Do they, their families, and their future generations need to live in such poverty too? Living all their lives surrounded by such treasures of crypto and yet, like us, being content to feast on McDonald's and Taco Bells. Never in all our years of friendship did you talk like this before, Pepe," DJ Pepe said, puzzled. Never in all those years did I think like this before. From early dawn until darkness stopped me, I've labored to build the finest cars anyone could make, naively hoping someday the gods would recognize my worthy deeds and grant me great prosperity. They never have, nothing but L's. At last I realize they never will. That's why my heart is sad. I want to be a whale. I want to own land and virtual land and magic cats, to have the finest designer drip and crypto in my wallet. I'm willing to work for these things with all the strength in my back, all the skill in my conviction, and all the cunning in my mind, but I want my efforts to be fairly rewarded. What's wrong with us? I ask you again, why can't we have our fair share of the good things that are so abundant for those with the crypto to buy them? If only I knew the answer, DJ Pepe replied. I'm no more satisfied than you are. My earnings from my DJ sets vanish quickly. I often have to plan and scheme to keep my family from going hungry. Also, deep within me, I long for a DJ set big enough to truly express the tunes that surge through my mind. With such an instrument, I could make music finer than even the king has ever heard. You should have such a set. No one in the Citadel could make it hype more harder, could make it turn up so hard that not only the king but the gods themselves would be turned all the way up. But how can you obtain it while both of us are as poor as the king's slaves? Listen to the bell, here they come. He pointed to the long column of half-naked, sweating water-bearers laboriously plodding up the narrow street from the river. They marched 5 abreast, each bent under a heavy goatskin of water. A fine figure of a Chad, he who leads them. DJ Pepe indicated the bell-wearer who marched in front without a load. Clearly a prominent man in his own country. There are many good figures in the line, Pepe agreed, as good men as we are. Tall, blonde men from the north, laughing black men from the south, small brown men from the closer countries, all marching together from the river to the gardens, back and forth, day after day, year after year. Nothing to look forward to in terms of happiness and hold no cryptocurrencies whatsoever. Straw beds to sleep on, hard grain porridge to eat. Pity the poor creatures, DJ Pepe. I do pity them, yet you make me see how little better off we are, even though we call ourselves free men. That's the truth, DJ Pepe, even if it's an unpleasant thought. We don't want to spend year after year living like slaves, working, and getting nowhere. Couldn't we find out how others acquire cryptocurrencies and do the same? DJ Pepe asked. Maybe there's some secret we could learn if we sought advice from those in the know, Pepe replied thoughtfully. Just today, DJ Pepe suggested, I saw our old friend Charlie riding in his golden Lambo. I must say he didn't look down on me like many others in his position might. Instead he waved and smiled at me, DJ Pepe the musician, so everyone could see his friendly greeting. He's said to be the richest man in all of the Citadel, Pepe mused. So rich that the king is rumored to seek his financial help for the treasury, DJ Pepe added. So rich, Pepe interjected, that I'm afraid if I met him in the dark I might be tempted to grab his fat wallet. Nonsense, DJ Pepe scolded. The man has multiple wallets, and a man's wealth isn't in the wallet he carries, it's probably in cold storage. A fat wallet quickly empties if there's no steady flow of money to refill it. Charlie has an income that constantly replenishes his wallet, no matter how much he spends. Income, that's the key, Pepe exclaimed. I want an income that keeps pouring into my wallet whether I'm sitting on a wall or traveling far away. Charlie must know how someone can create an income for themselves. Do you think he could explain it to a noob like mine? I believe he taught his knowledge to his son, DJ Pepe replied. Didn't his son go to Tokyo and, as they say at the inn, become one of the wealthiest men in that city without his father's help? DJ Pepe, you've given me a great idea. Pepe's eyes lit up. It costs nothing to ask wise advice from a good friend, and Charlie has always been that. Never mind our empty wallets. We're tired of being without crypto in the midst of plenty. We want to become wealthy. Let's go to Charlie and ask how we can create incomes for ourselves too. You have given me hopium and speak with true inspiration, Pepe. You've given me new understanding. You made me realize why we've never found any wealth. We never sought it. You worked hard to build the sturdiest cars in the Citadel, dedicating your best efforts to that goal. And you succeeded. I aimed to become a skilled DJ and succeeded at that too. We succeeded in the things we put our best efforts into. The gods were content to let us go on like this, but now we see a light, bright like the rising sun. It urges us to learn more so we can prosper more. With new understanding, we'll find honorable ways to achieve our desires.